Well, Jake Berry, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm still Greg Selber. You, as far as I know, are still Jake Berry. We're taking our show on the road. Our latest place to land here is on the CW, and we're very happy to be here. What it's all about is high school football. The season's about to begin. The scrimmages are right around the corner. So, Jake, why don't we do what we always do and we have been doing since 2007, hopefully well. We would, of course, assume well. And that's talking about Rio Grande Valley High School football.
Yeah, some of the teams this year, are really, really good. I mean, and then you got a couple up-and-comers, so teams that we haven't seen before, especially in 36A, with Rowe, what they did this summer. We'll see if they can if it'll equate into some wins in the regular season.
Well, they got 7 last year, and they may get more this time. So who's going to be the Lopez of the year? Who will be the Edinburgh High? Let's start it off, as we do, geographically speaking, by talking about 36A, that Upper Valley District. And right now, everybody's picking Memorial. Is that a good selection?
I think hands down, you look at what they do, what they've done. Nobody's beat them, in a long time in district. Yeah. And then you look at it, what they have with Campbell Spates coming back. Yep. They added Owachiku, who'll be in the safety, but then their linebackers alone are stellar. I mean,
Bagstead and Nate Sanchez, man, Franco Pazzo up front. I think Memorial has 8 or 10 of the best players in the valley, not to mention the district. So until further notice, they look like a good #1 pick. But let's talk a little bit more about Rowe. One of the reasons why you think they have a chance to be really good has to do with the weapons they have.
Yeah, I mean, typically Rowe has always had a great passing attack. But last year, Coach Flores coming in, he put some ground game, the ground game with that passing attack and Ravel Garcia.
That's right.
And when you couple that with Jesus Sanchez at quarterback and what he did in the summer, that team seems to mesh really well.
They've got the weapons. They got Bernal at the receiver. They've got some other kids on defense. They're going to be pretty good. Will they be as good as they were back in 12 when they went up and down the field? Remains to be seen. So those two look pretty solid. Now, what about the rest of the pack? There's a tendency to write off the rest of the teams and figure they're going to scramble for 3 and 4 in that last week of the season. You think that'll be the case again?
Well, I think what you see right now is that there's some parity, and not a bad parity, but you're going to see Mac High right now, depending on what Gunnar Henderson does and who they put at quarterback. Right. It could be a rotational kind of thing at quarterback, but with Gunnar Henderson there, he could have a McGowan type year where he's that all-purpose do-all back.
And I feel like McAllen is due for that. I know that they're upset about last year's 3 and 7. They've got a pretty strong defensive line, a lot of unproven kids, but they do bring back the kid Gutierrez that had the great play. Yes. They had that great close to the season. So I think McAllen has a sense of urgency to be good. Now, which of the 3 La Jolla teams do you think will be best? I think they're evenly matched, but I'm somehow thinking Lincoln. I don't know why.
Well, you look at that team made the playoffs, as sophomores. Yeah. Last year, everybody was ready for them. They didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. This year might be that thing where they go over the hump. I mean, they really should. If you look at it, with the amount of players they have returning, their running game, they know what they do.
Donas Barrias is the runner. Elias Gutierrez is the defender. Joseph Valdez is the linebacker. They've got several outstanding players. But Palmview has some good kids, too, a young team. La Jolla, too, is going to be young, but they do have a veteran quarterback. Irving Garcia has been there 3 years. This kid, Eddie Villarreal, sophomore, is supposed to be a fast back. So I wonder which one of those teams, or maybe 2, will emerge. Because if you say there's only 1 emerging, that means you think Mission might make it.
Yeah, and Mission, you look what Coy Detmer was able to do in his first year there. He came up with and created some quarterbacks. I mean, one would come down, he'd bring another one in. And, his NFL experience, his college experience, and his experience of playing in Mission really helps out. I think that he's able to kind of gauge, what he has, and he makes his teams resemble.
It's going to take root. It's only a matter of time. Damian Gomez is the guy this year. They still got Esteban De Leon, who, pound for pound, one of the best top 10 players in the Valley. Will they make it in the playoffs this year? I think it's doable, okay? So 36A is going to devolve, as we say, into what it has been the last several years. Memorial is the most talented team. The rest of the group chasing. Rowe is an outside chance to make that stab for the district championship, because if they can stop some people, they're going to score.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so here we are, the show, Selber and Barry on the CW, which I'm told is actually kind of a neat network. I'm not really that up on my TV, but it's a good thing. It's a good place to be. We're happy to be here. Before we take a look at the other 2 6A districts in the Valley, let's take a quick break.
Be a showstopper, a trailblazer, be a game changer, be a lifesaver, be yourself. By teaching our students to believe in who they are today, we help them become who they want to be tomorrow. Come find out what it's like to be on our team and become your best with us at Ed Couch Elsa ISD.